Hello, hello.
Greetings, everyone. Get a little bit of that Gigi vibe right there.
Hello, hello, everybody. Woo, got my afro going on here.
Yeah,
How's everybody? Welcome to the Cosmic Answer,
that's right. I'm Judge, and
Gigi.
this is Gigi, and we're glad you were able to join us today.
Mm-hmm.
How's everyone doing across the world and in the cosmos? As every Tuesday and Thursday, here on the 30th of September, or to some, the 1st of October, we are here to be of service to you.
Mm-hmm.
Every hour, the Cosmic Answer offered the services of giving you an opportunity
That's
to
right.
know how interesting you are. This evening, we're going to do things a bit differently. We're just going to be waiting for people to chime in
Mm-hmm.
with your birth details. That includes your date, place, and time of birth. And if you have a question that you want the cosmos to answer, we're the ones here to do that for you. So, as you know, I am a Vedic astrologer. And what I do, I interpret people's lives based on the Kundali or the natal chart.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what we do here at the Cosmic Answer LLC. You chime in, and all you have to do is ask a question, and your natal chart will answer it for you
That's right.
because it's your birth given right. You should know. You're supposed to know, and you must know where your life is headed. And it could be anything pertaining to your life. It could be about career, money, relationships,
Mm-hmm.
decisions, relocating, inheritances, health, children, you name it.
Right.
So please, I am at your service, and let me know what you would like to know.
Especially the way things are going
Hmm.
in today's world. I know Mercury retrograde is having an effect on people. Please drive safe out there.
Yeah.
We're looking out in the street like it's been busy. Some people are driving a little crazy. Just be careful out there. I know Mercury retrograde can really just mess things up.
Hmm.
Take deep breaths. Some of y'all probably need to take yoga, go ground, go do something.
Absolutely.
Don't allow this Mercury retrograde to stress you out. Actually, you just take this time to reflect. That's what I advise. But we just noticed that the world is just a little crazy. So if you need questions, you need answers, please hit us up. Let us know what's on your mind. Okay.
And here's why we do this service. You wouldn't believe how many people come to my DMs asking questions. Judge, can you help me? I need to know if this is the right person to marry. Judge, can you tell me about if I'm going to pass that exam? Judge, can you tell me about my son's career? Well, will he finally make it?
Mhm.
Here's your chance.
Mhm.
It really is your chance. Some that you that are in India, I know it's early, but you would wake up early if it was important.
Right.
So here I am. Those that are in Ghana, those that are in Iceland, here I am. And here we go. So we finally got someone to chime in. It
Mhm.
is Naga Benkata.
Hello.
So what is Naga asking? Let's see here. All right. Have you seen any charts with multiple closely combust planets, specifically planets that revolve closely to the sun, i.e., Mercury, Venus, Mars? Oh, yes, I've
Yes.
seen plenty of those.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, it's not uncommon. Say, for example, Naga, if if you can recall, back in December of 2019,
No, I said we keep it on
if you can recall back in December of 2019, that huge stellium that occurred in Sidereal Dunus, or everyone that's Sidereal Sagittarius, there was six grahas or planets there. And that's what sparked the dawning of COVID-19.
there. Wow. Yeah. I
So
remember.
yes, it's very possible to see planets closely together and combust. It happens. So good question. Thank
I
you.
remember that's crazy. I remember when you were telling me about that before COVID-19 happened.
Uh huh.
It was Was it the end of 2019? Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was the day after Christmas.
Yep, and you was letting me know, hey, babe, so things are going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the guy has another question. He said, if so, how would it affect relationships of the native?
Be hard.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
It'll be hard. Anytime there's a cluster of planets in the natal chart, it's heavy karma that you have to deal with, something that you must resolve on your own. And I know why you asking that, Naga, because you're born with 4 planets in Leo.
Mm.
Now think about this. Leo is ruled by the sun. You have Mercury, Mars, and Venus, all there in virtually the same degree of Maga Nakshatra.
Mm-hmm.
You have Mars, Mercury, and Venus are all combust in Maga. So Naga, what that tells me about you, you got responsibilities as assuming the throne. The Pitris, the paternal ancestors, got a huge calling for you, just so you know. And if it's based on his chart, it being in the ninth house, that's third from the seventh. Ninth house is third from the seventh. So what that means, the peers or the siblings of the spouse.
Okay.
It's high, multiple younger siblings. Mm-hmm. A lot of communications with the spouse. And that spouse of this native is going to demand notoriety.
Okay.
So that's what it means to have all those combustions. There's going to be some virtues taken away from each of that planet is combust. For example, if Mercury is combust by the sun, it's going to take away some logic. You may suffer from cognitive dissonance. Mm-hmm. With Mars, it is going to burn some of Mars' passion. So you may have lack of drive because the sun is burning that. Or if Venus is combust, you may become very solipsistic or self-absorbed. Mm-hmm. So these are things that can occur if the sun is combusting the other planets, especially if it's in its own sign of Leo. So your ego is definitely strong. It wants attention, and everybody's going to put you in the limelight. That's definitely in the ninth house because the ninth house is also the house of luck. So having combustion definitely happens because, babe, in your own chart, all those planets are combust, and that's something that you have to deal with because the sun is taking away virtue from each of those planets. So Naga asks, if so, how will it affect relations? Oh, yeah, we already covered that. Mm-hmm. So Naga, if you're still listening, those are the answers. The combustion of the sun will take away some virtues of those planets that are able to contribute. All right. Thank you for asking.
Thank you for asking. And Naga, if we have blessed you, please like, share, let people know about us. Okay, we greatly appreciate that.
All right? Absolutely.
All right. Thank you for the awesome questions. You always come up with great questions.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, a cluster of planets, and you have a cluster of planets as well in your 12th house.
Yes, I do. And this also Naga in the sign of Leo. I got 4 planets up there, but they're not combust because my sun isn't there.
Is all mine combust? Or is it just Venus?
Technically, because the moon can't be combust.
Right. So Venus and Mars?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So if you want to know, I have sun, moon, Mars, Venus in my second house. Right. But my Venus is exalted, but still. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of work. It is. It's a lot of work. So I'm always talking about be strong, stay strong. Mm-hmm. I'm always about affirmations and everything because this life can be hard. It can be difficult. It's a lot of karmic debt that I have to pay. But, you know, like I tell people, just roll with the punches, you know. Hi, Lenny. He says howdy from Australia.
Howdy, Lenny. Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. We were just Gigi and I discussing live readings, live discussions. If you have questions, here we are. If you have a question about your chart, here we also are. So thanks for tuning in.
Okay, the guy, he says, thank you for your expertise. What exactly is Petrie's want from me?
Oh, yes, the Pitris.
Oh, the Pitris. Okay.
Which are your paternal ancestors, your daddy's people. Well, it being in Maga Nakshatra, it's in the constellation of Regulus. Mm-hmm. It's the royal sign. It being in the ninth house. Ninth house is the house of philosophy, beliefs, higher knowledge, long distance travel, debates, good fortune. This is what the pit threes want for you, Naga. They want you to become a leader of sorts and to become a grand teacher because you're going to be learning from several gurus that your paternal ancestors are going to assign to you in your due Mahadasha and Tardasha Bhuktis.
Mm.
So with all those planets there, think of the lordship of those planets. You're going to have to learn philosophies of each of those houses. Because if you were to pay attention to why your chart is highly concentrated around the ninth bhava, you'll understand that the P3s want you to become a grand teacher.
Look at that.
Because in your 8th house, you have the moon. And in your 10th house, you have K2. One side is emotional, the other side is enlightenment. Mm-hmm. And they both are hemming your 9th house. So the P3s want you to become the king of philosophy. Mm. They definitely want you to get to work. It's something about you to where you're the only one. Because your Atmakarka is the moon. So if I were to take a look at your D9 chart, your Nabamsa, moon is in Aquarius. Therefore, your Karakamsa Lagna is Aquarius. So again, I'm going to revert your chart as if Aquarius was your ascendant, and it has a lot to do with relationships. Definitely a lot of relationships. You're going to have to be a king to foreign people. I'll advise you not to be so focused on your homeland, because in case you ever noticed, the Kali Yuga period is Aquarius. We're going into the Silver Age, Naga, and they need people like you to teach. India, wherever you're from, the Middle East, the world needs to know all this knowledge that you just held concentrated in your own homeland. The world is your arena. It's your audience. This is what the paternal ancestors of the Pit Threes want you to do. Okay. You will gain wealth doing that. That's why it's heavy on you. I bet you always ask about that stellium in your chart. Well, there's your answer. All right.
All right, Naga. I hope that has blessed you. And Lenny here has an awesome question as well.
All right.
You know how things are going in Australia with the lockdown. Now, this is his question. He says, what's happening with the overall scheme of things after lockdown? I'm feeling that there's going to be a lot of government facing some pretty damning lawsuits. Your views?
Yes, I remember mentioning on my previous programs around December 5th, Mars is going to be going home into Scorpio, and the sun is going to have to answer to the other grahas, Lenny. Yeah, December 5th.
I said, sure.
Yeah, I'm reading. Yeah, December 5th, Mars is going to be going into Scorpio. The sun is going to be in Scorpio. A lot of people are going to gain power. And Lenny, based on your own natal chart, you have to know what this means for you. Wherever Scorpio resides in your own chart and in your homeland, Mars is pissed off what the sun has been doing because he hasn't been doing a good job this year at all. So around December 5th, December 6th, you're going to see a change. Because again, I remember this being aforementioned in another one of my lives. All right. So there will be some pretty damning facing lawsuits because Scorpio is naturally the 8th house, Lenny, and the 8th house are lawsuits, litigations. And Mars will put to death of something. He will destroy it. Because all the planets are equal. And with Sun being in Scorpio, Mars being in Scorpio, Sun is going to try to combust Mars, but Mars still has strength. in its own sign. So you best believe that's going to be the overall scheme of things after the lockdown. Because Mars is a destroyer. With that eighth aspect, he's going to destroy and remove these lockdowns. So it's not going to last forever. It's temporary. It's all about fear.
Yeah.
Because Saturn's in Capricorn. And Capricorn is a governmental sign. It's all about fear. So December 5th, December 6th, that's when Mars is going to be in Scorpio until, I'm checking my ephemeris here. He's going to be in Scorpio all the way until the 16th of January of next year. And Saturn's going to be in Capricorn until April 29th of next year. So sometime around the end of the year, during the beginning of the year, that's how you would know. And just pay attention to the seasons, because the powers that be have astrologers as well. And also pay attention to Tuesdays. A new dawning or a new launch for war always happen on Tuesdays, ladies. All right. Thank you for your question.
Yes. And I'd like to give a shout out to Sandra. Thank you so much for supporting us, liking and sharing our lives and loving our lives. Sometimes she not be here, but I noticed that she's always supporting us. So we'd like to thank you for that. Shout out to Sandra. And thank you too, Lenny, for liking and loving and sharing our lives as well, getting us out there.
And shout out to Leslie. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to Leslie. So, yes, good questions here. Very good questions here. Okay. So, wow. It seemed like this COVID-19, they're trying to hold on, huh?
Yeah, and Naga made a good point. He said Jupiter and Saturn combination in Capricorn involves revamping of governments. Okay. Like I mentioned, Saturn in Capricorn has a lot to do with governmental positions. Jupiter being there, which is, again, it's debilitated, but there's Nichbang Raj Yoga, which means it's been alleviated of some of its debilitation.
Okay.
So the knowledge of the political figures, of those that are in power, they're a bit confused and discombobulated how to handle this situation.
Okay.
And also, you have to consider Mercury retrograde. They really don't know what they're doing right now. So they're just rolling with the punches. So yeah, Nagathan, thank you for that. Thank you for that comment.
Yeah, y'all already getting the ball rolling for us. Thank you so much. Getting excited about this. What else is going on? I remember you saying, okay, so Mercury is it still in Libra? Mercury retrograde, is it still in Libra, or when will it be moving to the next sign, which is Scorpio, right?
Yes, Mercury is still in Libra at 0 degrees. It's at 0 degrees in Chitra Nakshatra. But it's going to be leaving Libra, going back into Virgo tomorrow.
Okay.
Still in Chitra. So.
Okay. The cutting. So what that means with the
always creating.
Oh, always creating. I get Chitra and Kritika.
Yeah.
I always get them too confused. But with Chitra, it's always creating. So what does that mean? Always creating.
Well, it's like always. It's like an assembly line. You have to constantly manufacture something. If you don't, idle time will take over, and you're gonna feel like your life has no purpose.
Oh, so that's what a lot of people will be experiencing.
And a lot of homeless people got a lot of Chitra energy. The reason why, because they stopped doing what makes them alive.
Makes sense, yeah.
So yeah, you could be retired, but if your moon is in Chitra Nakshatra, you're going to come out of retirement so fast, you're going to say, what have I been wasting my years doing? I can't stop doing what I love. So yeah, that's Chitra Nakshatra. With Mercury being there, everybody is always working, but they want to be creative with it. But with that retrogression, you're going to have to slow it down, and it's going to make a lot of people go crazy.
Okay.
Especially if you have Chitra moon with Mercury transiting over your natal position.
That's why we need to reflect more. Ground. Okay. So, Lena, I see that you have a question here, but I think I could just answer that question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
He says, on another subject, I'm starting to assist my beautiful niece. How you say that? Sylvan, born in Young, New South Wales. Okay, with her spiritual awakening. How do I proceed with this? I think you know what to do. I mean, just speaking from my intuition, you know exactly what to do. Just let it flow. You don't have to think so hard. You know exactly what to do. Just think about when you had your spiritual awakening. What did you do? Just tell her to rest, release, relax. We know that the spiritual awakening can really take a toll on us. It can be overwhelming because we're changing our mindset. Think about Matrix. You remember how Neo, he was into the new world, and what happened? He had to process it. You know, he passed out, and they had to, what was it? They had to do what type of therapy was that? You know, when they put those little acupunctures, they had to do that with him. He had to rest a whole lot. So just to give her time, tell her not to rush. There's no need to rush. We don't need to be spiritual because we're already spiritual. Okay. Okay. You say you can't stop doing what you love, either the psychic readings. Well, keep doing it because I believe we gave you a reading about that. Continue to do that. That's your purpose. And I mean, we're not trading on the parents' toes. You just got to let it flow.
Do they not believe in it, Lenny?
I think that's what it is. They probably don't believe.
Yeah, if you can answer, do they not believe in psychic readings and what they want for their child?
Well, she's kind of grown. She was born in '96. Well, she is grown.
Well, true, but you know, different cultures.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I know. Some people are just not there yet. You just got to be sensitive because that's where they're at, and you just have to respect everyone's beliefs and religions.
Yeah.
But with her, if she wants to know, then you just give what you can. You know? So her mother's Gemini and Cancer father. Well, we're not sure of that. You said that her parents are Gemini and Cancer. Is that Western or is that Vedic astrology?
Right.
You know. So when you tell us what they are, you have to remember that we are Vedic. We do not go by Western astrology. Okay.
That's right.
So pretty much what we're asking is, what are their beliefs? What are their religion? You know, let us know about that. It's Western. Yeah, I kind of figured that. So we're not sure if their parents actually Gemini or Cancer. But I can say this: if they don't have a spiritual awakening, then yes, you just got to be very careful with that and be very sensitive to how they respond to psychic readings and other occult knowledge.
Absolutely, because
mother's Catholic. Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, because Lenny, I want you to understand, sidereal Gemini is June 15th to like July 17th, give or take, and Cancer is mid-July, July 17th to August 15th. So always consider mid-month, with Aries starting in mid-April, April 15th. And sidereal placements are much simpler than the Western. So yeah, the moment you said that, consider those dates. One parent's Gemini, that's mid-June to mid-July, and one parent's Cancer, mid-July to mid-August. All right? So, and that's just their sun placement.
Yeah.
You let me know how their father is.
Pretty much, yeah. So that really doesn't explain their personality. We always focus on the ascendant.
That's right.
And the moon mainly. The moon, correct. How your mind operates, and the nakshatras, lunar mentions.
Correct.
Okay. So you're saying that your niece mother is Catholic and the father is more open. So yeah, that's something you have to be mindful. I think I have a certain situation with that with a young person in my life, and the parents are Christian. You just you don't force it. You only answer when they come to you. So if your niece, she had the spiritual awakening, it's up to her because this is her life.
Yes.
It's up to her what she wants to know, and if she wants your expertise, then that's your opportunity to lead and guide her. But as far as you going to her, I would probably just sit back a little bit and let her want to, however you want to say it, let her want to search for the knowledge. Okay.
Right.
So. Rodney, that must be, that's her father, his brother.
So Rodney is around almost a decade your senior. So this is your big brother. All right. So he's rocking your 11th house.
So July 17th. So what do you think his son is placed?
Well, like I said, his birthday is July 17th,
So
so his sun is in Cancer.
it's in Cancer. So you're just lucky. That just happened to be lucky. So his sun is in Cancer.
He is actually in Punarvasu, Nakshatra, if you want to get into Nakshatra details.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so his son is in Cancer. He's more of the doting parent of the two, while the mother is more clever and streetwise, based on their ego.
On their ego.
All right.
Mm-hmm. So are you going to check on the moon to see where his moon is placed?
Yes. Well, I do know that. Let's see. Let me go to
Lady, he's just going to check
1979.
on your brother's moon, his nakshatra, just to see how his mind operates, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he's doing right now. And yeah, so.
Oh, his sun and moon are in Cancer.
Oh, so his moon is also in Cancer.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah.
But they do not combust because his sun is at 1 degree Cancer, whereas his moon is at 29 degrees.
So what is his moon placed in?
Ashleisha.
Ashleisha. Okay.
Yeah.
So your brother, his nakshatra is Ashleisha. You can look that up too. Okay. Let me type in the nakshatra that your brother's in, and you can actually look that up and see if that resonates. Did I spell it correctly? I think I did. I should know by now. Ashleisha?
That's correct.
That is correct. All right. So I just typed it in, Ashleisha nakshatra. Okay, so that's your brother's nakshatra. That's how his mind operates. And that's how he sees your mother too as well.
That's right.
So yeah, you can look that up. But Judge, he knows everything by heart. So babe, could you explain what Ashleisha means?
Okay, Lynn, are you familiar with Mother Teresa? Ashleisha nakshatra resembles Mother Teresa at the later end of her life, to where she questioned everything. She was tired. She was done taking care of ne'er-do-well, indigent people. It's pretty much the mother cow that has no more milk to utter. Ashleisha nakshatra is the Cancer that's ready to call it quits. It's very ravishing. It's like Mother Teresa going out to the bar to get a drink. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows she's nice, she's sweet and kind, but she'll tell you, no. Ashleisha has an edge. It's that mother that needs to get a drink, get a smoke, and just said, screw it, find a babysitter, I'm done. They have a real stark attitude towards taking care of people. They're just tired. And the yoni of that is the tigress, I believe, or a serpent, because it's not that they've been taken advantage of. Ashleishans, they just know, I'm done with the doting, nurturing business. I'm still nice, don't get me wrong. I'm just tired. Tired of being the queen and being the voice of reason. They're ready to be themselves again. That's Ashleisha nakshatra, Lenny. And this is a lot about the temperament of your elder brother.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So good luck with that. Good luck with your niece and everything. Tell her congratulations. Welcome to the other side. She took the red pill. She took the red pill. Tell her enjoy the ride. Enjoy this bumpy ride, because there's gonna be some ups and there's gonna be some downs. Okay. Yeah. But it's all to make you into a better person. It's all to help you in this road that we call life. Okay.
Yeah, because Ashleishans, they don't operate on the same wavelength as others. Because as Lenny mentioned, his brother has epilepsy. And again, the brain is all about the mind. So Ashleishans can be very unpredictable.
Yeah.
So that epilepsy stems from that, and is whatever is possibly aspecting his moon or the conditions of his Mercury. So also keep that in mind. Yeah. And look at that. Yeah. He said he's very cool, calm, and collected. Mostly.
Thank you for that validation. That's Ashleisha for you right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So, wow. I love how, Vedic astrology, it just doesn't lie. It's just the charts don't lie. Um, it just amazes me how it's so accurate.
That's right.
Hmm.
And I also want to make a couple of announcements. Once Gigi and I are done off here live, we're going to be going over to IGTV or Instagram television because we noticed that a lot of people are also on Instagram, primarily the younger generation.
Hmm.
So if all of you that are tuning in or watching this broadcast, following immediately after this live, we're going to be going over to Instagram, okay?
Hmm.
So if you have more questions, all those that are joining us now, feel free to slide on over if you have an account over there on Instagram. We're under the same domain, The Cosmic Answer LLC. So definitely come on and join us. We're
Hmm.
going to be around for another hour after this.
Yes. We got to get out of our ways. We act like old folks sometimes.
Hmm.
So we're like, why not, huh?
That's
So
right.
here it is right there. That's the link to our Instagram. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is fun. This is really fun. Anything else, babe? Yeah, we're just waiting for anybody else that would like readings.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of other things to discuss. As a matter of fact, again, if anybody has a question, feel free to come in, but I'm just going to share some information. One thing about Vedic astrology, there's a term which is called Badaka. And in Sanskrit, that means obstruction. I notice a lot of people, they don't want to know bad news, but they want to know bad news. And Badaka is the bad news. Badaka is the obstruction of an area in your chart that all natives must be aware of. And I'm going to start with the divisions of them. The three movable or the cardinal signs, which are Aries,
Hmm.
Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn.
Hmm.
Their Badaka is the 11th house. The reason why it's the 11th house, because it's the house of hope, wishes, and dreams and desires coming true. Network, circles, big brother, everything's on the line. That's your Badaka planet. That's your just Badaka placement. And whatever planet, the Badakesh, wherever that planet transits in your chart, is going to give you troubles. So, for example, if it's Aries, your Badaka is Saturn, because Saturn rules Aquarius, the 11th sign of Aries. If it's Cancer, it is it Pisces? No, no, no. It's Taurus. Taurus rules the 11th, so Venus would be the Badakesh of Cancer. If it's Libra, what is Libra? Is the Badakesh is the Sun because Leo rules the 11th of Libra. And if it's Capricorn, it is it Scorpio? Yes, it's Scorpio, and Mars would be the Badakesh planet for the Capricorn ascendants. Yes.
Oh no, I was just listening.
All right. So, yes.
No, just keep
Okay.
on. Hmm.
Oh, yes. And another thing, the the other four signs, which are the fixed planets, you have Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. These are the fixed signs. They are the fixed signs, and your Badakesh is the Lord of the ninth house. All right, is Lord of the ninth house. So if you must know, if you are a Taurus, a Leo, a Scorpio, or an Aquarius, the ninth house and the ninth house Lord is your Badaka and Badakesh. So wherever that Lord sits, or whatever planets are in your ninth house, just be aware this is where you may have obstruction. For Taurus, the Badakesh for the ninth house. Let me pull this out here. For the ninth house, it's it's a Capricorn. Yes, it's Capricorn. No, no, no. Yeah, Capricorn. So Saturn would be the Badakesh of Taurus. For Leo, it's Aries, so Mars would be the Badaka. For Scorpio, it would be the Sun. And for Aquarius, it would be Venus, which is Libra. So I want everyone to understand the body cash of each of your signs, and also with the dual signs, where you have Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. The seventh house is your Badaka, and the planets that rule the seventh house of the body cash. So you're going to always have either Mercury or Jupiter. It's always either Mercury or Jupiter. For Geminis and Virgos is Jupiter, and for Sagittarius and Gemini, it's Mercury. All right. So, is there anyone else that has questions about readings, natal charts, something? All right. I will be on standby. We got about 24 minutes into the broadcast before we go to IGTV. Yeah. So.
We think about making more videos, or should they have them watch your YouTube channel, the one that you started off before, the Cosmic Answer, Judge a Vedic Perspective?
Yes.
Yeah, we ought to have y'all. He does have one channel that explains all the Rashis, aka the zodiac. It's very informative. I'm sure you all will like it. He breaks it down, and especially he breaks it down in each person's chart, like wherever each house that it's placed in. So I advise you all to look at that as well. It's very like I said, very informative and very helpful.
Yes, I just don't explain the ascendant. And as Gigi said, I cover what each sign in each house means. So it applies to everyone.
Yeah. And he has 13 videos. I think you went over almost
13 videos.
On all of them? Yeah. So feel free to visit that as well. So yeah.
Yes, we do have PayPal. PayPal is scrolling across the screen.
Yeah. So yes, we're very grateful for the support. You know, anyone who, if you feel blessed by our lives, please, support us. We have Cash App, we have Venmo, and PayPal, and it's right here at the bottom of our screen. All right. So, yeah, and also if you want to look back at some of our lives, you're more welcome to watch here on Facebook, or you can also watch on YouTube channel. Okay, YouTube channel. We're here. We also will have some videos as well. Certain series. It's been kind of busy and everything, but we will get those Nakshatra series available, because we already talked about the zodiac. So now we're talking about the Nakshatras, which is the original zodiac.
Yes, it is.
So
yes, because there was always originally there was 18 nakshatras, but then it got more complex, so they made 27. And then over time, 27 was too convoluted, so they tried to reduce it to 12 rashis. But they never stopped the Vedas. Nope, we're going to still keep the 27 lunar mansions. 28 if you consider Agji, give or take. Neither here nor there.
So those are the YouTube channels. So please subscribe. Let me see. Yeah. And if you're interested in a personal natal chart reading, please message us. You can message us through Facebook Messenger or through our Gmail account. Okay, our email account. Okay. What it is a 1 hour session. And you are given 3 questions. You have 3 questions, and what we do, we study your chart and we give you the answers that you need, and it's very detailed, very informative, and it's a life transformation. Like, it's really good. It's a great, how can I say it? It's a great investment for your life. We do prefer for you to do it on Zoom, so we can record it, or if you're on the phone, If you'd like to do it just on via phone, that's good too. But Zoom is very helpful. You don't have to write everything down. You can just go ahead and listen, and it's yours to keep. So once we give it to you, you can always go back. Those questions that you have and what Judge answered, you can always go back to that.
Yes.
Okay. And we also have other services as well. Okay. And I can get to that in just a moment. The services that we provide. Hey, Leslie, how are you, Leslie? Good to hear from you. How is how's angels on air? Psychics on
Psychic angels on
Psychic angels. They are angels. I always think of angels, okay? But it's good to see you, Leslie. Yeah, and then that's what I was letting you all know too about certain services that we provide. We do provide services um, when it comes to your children as well. If you have questions about your children, we could do a pediatric natal chart reading. We can also do astrocartography, where if, like the location, where's the best place to live,
Yes.
what is good for you. And we also do love synastry. Okay, we put two charts together, two lovebirds together, and see how compatible you are. We noticed how that has helped out a lot of people. Okay.
Yes, with the compatibility, it's known as Ashtuk Varga. It has a lot to do with the moon.
Yeah.
How compatible are your moon placements? Yes. So,
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Leslie. We're so grateful for you. We really are, and we're just praying for the best for your lives. The business. You are helping out so many people. Leslie is wonderful too. They
Very
give
great
out.
news about you, Leslie.
Yes,
Congratulations.
congratulations. Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you too. She is an angel. She really is an angel. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
So, yes, we have lots of services, right? So I mentioned them, right? And then also, if you just have a quick question, just message us, okay?
And yes, also limit your questions so we can have others to come in and have their questions as well. Because we're definitely going to answer them in less than a minute.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But if any of you have just joined us, we're just doing live readings. If you have a general question about your own natal chart or somebody else, or you want to know what's going on in the world, we're here for you. So let us know.
Okay. Now hey, we've been blessed. We got a troll on here. I'm about to shut that stuff down. No exceptions. Okay, Trace. Yep, Tracy. Whoever this Tracy is right here, we ain't having that, Tracy. Talking about you got her inbox. No, we're not about to do that. Oh, that's a sign right there. Yay! When you get those type of spammers, yeah. Yeah, look, Celeste, seriously, these trolls are everywhere. I know, right? We had somebody not too long ago, or no, I just saw it on Instagram, a sis that's really, working hard, and they already used her page.
And don't acknowledge the troll's name. You don't have to say their name anymore.
Okay, but what I'm saying, I told her congratulations. That means you're doing something well. When you get trolls like that. Busy. Well, it's mainly that person, yeah. But I learned from the best. I learned from Leslie. So, but anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna have to skedaddle.
Get out of here. I'm like Negan. I don't know if you all know, but I am a Walking Dead fan. Well, lately it's been so, but like I'm talking about like all the way from I would say season 1 to season 6, so season 7. But yeah, I use that phrase like Negan says, I'll shut that. No exceptions.
She checked out in season 7.
I sure did.
After Carl died. So.
Oh yeah, they killed my son.
Yeah.
Why you kill Carl? But I'll let that go, okay? So we just like to say thank y'all for support, but yeah, I got sidetracked with all that.
Yeah. That's why you're here. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so We also do numerology here. Yeah, I don't want to go into much detail, but if you want to inquire about the services, Gigi mentioned majority of them. So we're just here. This is why we call the Cosmic Answer, because the most interesting person in the world is you. So we're just here. And again, those that have just joined us, we're going to be going live after this on Instagram TV. All right. So you're more than welcome to join us afterwards. I know that's going to be a different audience.
Yeah.
So it'll be our first. I'm looking forward to that, most definitely.
And thank you so much, Leslie. We're so sweet. Thank you. Appreciate it. We try.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try. Oh, let's do a show together. Sure. Leslie says, let's do a show together. I'll do the psychic medium. You two do the numerology and astrology. Sure. That sounds like
I most certainly will.
yeah, just we're gonna talk about that. Most definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. I think there'll be a great team right there to help out.
And then Leslie, also let your viewers know this. A lot of people do not know the time they're born, but it's okay.
Okay.
There's always a plan B and a plan C. We can immediately use the Gochar, which is transit in Sanskrit, and we also can go by other placements. And the reason why, Gigi, that the time of birth is so important is not that it's more important than the sun and the moon, Saturn, and everything else. Is that it changes every 2 hours. Every 2 hours, the ascendant changes. So based on the time you're born, it can mean so much just in the span of 2 hours. All right, so the moon changes every 2.5 days, but your ascendant changes every 2 hours. That's why it's important to pinpoint who you are.
Yeah. So yeah, most definitely. We'll make sure we get into works, Leslie, regarding that. And Ruth, thank you for joining us. Hi, how are you?
Yes.
Just to let you know, Ruth, we will be done in 13 more minutes, but we're going to Instagram. Okay, we'll be doing live readings on Instagram. So if you feel like, oh shucks, you missed the end of it, no worries. You can just go ahead and hit us up right over to Instagram, and you'll see us there. Okay.
Yes, and then Gigi also posted the link in the comments under the same domain. Okay. But Ruth, since you're here, let's not worry about Instagram. So you have a question. Do we do human design? No, we don't. I do not study human design. I'm mainly focused on Jyotish, which is the art and science of life, which is known as Vedic astrology.
What is human design?
That's a good question.
Yeah. So yeah, I never heard that before. Lenny's funny. If those trolls were actual psychics, they already know that I don't take a false readings from charlatans. I know, you just gotta be careful of that. Just block, block, block.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yes.
So I'm not really sure. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I was researching something human design. Yeah, I'm familiar with human design, but I've never partaken in it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I definitely heard about it.
Okay, so Ruth, she's saying, okay, so you said charts. I was curious, Ella, it's another kind of chart. Okay, so it's another kind of chart. Well, this chart right here is we're studying the stars. That's pretty much what we're doing here.
Yes.
So the human design, I'm not really sure what type of chart it is, but with Vedic astrology, it's all about your birth chart. It's just talking about the time you were born, the day and the location, and then we're able to see where the stars were located when you were born, and that's how we'll be able to know about your life. So if you have questions,
it's kind of Western based.
What is
but
it?
the human design.
Okay.
And it lets you know the descriptions of the planets that's focused on your body.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
That's really cool. Something to learn about, something to know about.
Yes.
I'm very curious. I love learning new things. So yeah. So you said, "Oh, how much is that?" Okay, well you can inbox us. Okay, Ruth, because we have different services, so I'm not really sure exactly what type of services you would like. I think I messaged you the other day, right? I think I had, Ruth, that I discussed I think prices. I would just let you know exactly what is it that you're wanting. We have different type of services, so whatever you're needing, please inbox us or message us. All
Ruth,
right.
have you ever had a North Indian Vedic astrology chart done or interpreted? This is what we specialize in.
Okay. So her question is, yes, you have messaged me. I remember here you was asking about the quick questions and everything else. I have it here where we was going back and forth when you had questions for me. But
Okay.
as for but you're talking about does it go into personality traits in the charts?
Yes, it
Yes, it
does.
does. Mm-hmm.
It also goes into predictions, timings, and events that's
Mm-hmm.
going to occur and past life interpretations.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so it's really good. It really does help a lot of people. It does promote a lot of healing because it's like you're able to accept certain things. You're able to understand why such and such happened. You're able to understand why you feel this way, why you think this way. It just answers a lot of questions. It's very helpful.
Hmm.
Okay. So yeah, good question. Yeah. So again, we just like to thank you again for tuning in.
Hmm.
Okay, we're very grateful for that. Um, yeah.
Hey, I'm going to definitely check out that human design
Hmm.
and see parts of the planets in that body.
Okay. Anything else going on besides Mercury retrograde?
Yes, as a matter of fact. Well, as I mentioned in my other live, right now, people just they want to hear some exciting news. But the only thing rocking right now is Mercury retrograde.
Right.
Because Jupiter and Saturn, they stay retrograde for months
Hmm.
because they're the two serious planets. They're the
Hmm.
ones that's dealing with this pandemic.
Hmm.
They're
Okay.
definitely straightening some things out.
Okay.
Because if you would have paid attention to all this Capricorn energy, Jupiter is in Dhanishta, Saturn's in Shravana. Jupiter's marching to a certain beat, while Saturn is perfecting something by hearing.
Hmm.
Saturn hears everybody's problems, just so you know.
Hmm.
But Jupiter does not like where he is. He's uncomfortable. He wants to have fun blessing people. But in Capricorn, he's got to work.
Okay.
He's definitely got to work.
Hmm.
All right, so
Okay. Lenny, he asked if we do online courses on Vedic astrology. We are working on that. Judge has done has done personal upfront courses twice already in
mhm,
two different places, one in the ashram and one at a metaphysical shop. So
yeah,
we will be getting that together, having an online course because Judge knows a lot. It's time for him to
yeah.
teach. He acts like a professor of Vedic astrology. So yes, please be on the lookout for that, okay? Please be on the lookout for that.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. So Ruth is talking about she got hers. I guess she's talking about the
Are
human.
you, are you referring to your human design rules?
Yeah, I think she is. I got to say I'm a quad split, meaning all nine chakras are closed. Not all four units are not communicating with each other, and all centers are running full energy.
Ruth, I want to give you an advice. I wouldn't rely too much on that yet because it's probably Placidus system and not Ayunasa sidereal. All
Like
right.
break that down.
Okay, what that means, the placements on your human design, they're tropical. Over here in Jyotish, you want to ascertain if they're based on their sidereal placements because there's an offset of 23 degrees. So, however you're reading your human design chart, those are based on your Western placements, not your Vedic placements. All right. If there's a setting or a function on the app or the website that you're getting that reading from, check the settings and set it to if it's on tropical or sidereal.
Mhm.
Set it to sidereal and see if that resonates.
Yeah, that's gonna help out a lot. I bet it is can be confusing.
Yes, it can.
And that's the first I ever heard that. So I'm really curious. Thank you. I
Mhm.
really want to know about human design now.
Mhm.
So yeah. So yeah, we got what, 5 more minutes
Yeah.
left. So yeah, yeah. Okay. So Lenny says, how many years have you studied Vedic to get to where you are in life now? That's a good question.
I've been studying Vedic astrology, Lenny, since 2016. So
Okay.
that's 5 years.
Hmm.
This happened when Rahu went into Leo, and that's where my natal Rahu is. So sometime around my second Rahu return, which is every 18 and a half years, that's when it clicked in me because Rahu is that placement in everybody's chart where they must go, which represents their future.
Hmm.
There's nothing you can do to stop it. Your Kundalini, because Rahu is the head of the serpent on the Kundalini. It's your crown chakra. It's going to lead you there whether you like it or not. It's your future, it's your desires, it's why you're here.
Hmm.
So when Rahu transmigrated into Leo 5 years ago, that's when I came into Vedic astrology. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, he was like a student. Like, oh my goodness, he was
Yes.
studying. That's what you do. If you want to know something, study your butt off. That's exactly
Hmm.
what Judge has done. He has studied. We bought books. He was like, "Babe, I need this one, this program," and he spent hours of studying because that's what brought his attention, and that's why he's so astute now. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so Ruth has a question too. She says, "So our zodiac, I'm a Virgo. Does it have a lot to do with our makeup or no?"
Well, it would have something to do with it if I knew what you meant by Virgo. Virgo can mean anything. Your Mars in Virgo, your Saturn in Virgo, your Sun in Virgo,
Mhm.
your Ascendant in Virgo. And if that's the case, again, you're going to have to find out if those are sidereal placements.
Right. Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Virgo can mean anything right now.
Hmm.
All I can tell you is that Sun and Mars are currently transiting Virgo, and Mercury is about to retrograde back into Virgo.
Yeah. So it's a lot to learn.
Hmm.
What would you advise Ruth to go to just to get some type of understanding? Well, I would tell her
Here.
here, yeah. Well, I'm saying your YouTube, right? What about your YouTube channel? Would that help?
Oh, yes. But
Hmm.
first, Ruth, I would recommend you get a Vedic natal chart done so we can
Yeah.
know exactly where your sidereal placements are.
Yeah.
So, what she mean by Virgo, that could mean she was born, what's the sidereal placement of Virgo? April, May,
September.
June, July, August,
September.
September. Yeah, September 15th to October, October 16th, give or take,
Hmm.
mid-September to mid-October.
Yeah.
That's just your sidereal sun placement.
Hmm.
Doesn't mean you're an ascendant because Ruth, I'm a Virgo ascendant
Yeah.
and I'm born in April.
We
So that should tell you something.
we have the same birthday.
Yeah.
Okay. We have the same birthday, but he's a Virgo. I'm an Aquarius. So
Hmm.
you see the difference? Yeah.
So
Hmm.
Ruth placed up her date of birth. Now, based on that, you're not a Virgo. I'm going to tell you why. Because that's your Western placement.
Hmm.
So that would mean your sun is in Leo. It's not in Virgo, it's in Leo.
Hmm.
Because the sidereal sun placements for Leo, Ruth, are it's August, mid-August to mid-September, like August 15th to September 15th.
So
So
the
your sun
sun,
falls in Leo.
there you go.
Your ego is Leo.
That's your ego. That's not you. That's just your sun placement.
And your dad.
And your dad. Your dad acts like a Leo.
And authority figures.
Yeah.
And how you are as an authority figure.
Exactly. Okay. So that explains it. But we don't focus that's just Western focus on the sun. We focus
Yes,
on all the planets. And what we're trying to figure out is what is your ascendant.
that's
Okay.
right.
But here we go. We're about to go ahead, and it's about to be an hour since we've been on here. We're about to go ahead and transfer to Instagram, okay?
Yeah.
I just sent the link. I'll send it one more time.
Send it one more time.
I'm going to send it one more time. If y'all have more questions, find us on Instagram right here. We're about to go live on Instagram in a few more minutes. So the questions that you have, just bring them over to Instagram.
Yeah, we're going all the way across the world in the same house. So we will see you soon.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone who does not have an IG account, I just want to let you know we're going to be back next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So we will see you then.
It's Thursday. Sorry.
Yes, next Tuesday.
Mercury retrograde.
That's right. So everyone out there, be blessed, be safe, namaste, and remember, you are the most interesting person in the world.
That's right.
This is Judge and Gigi signing out at the Cosmic Answer LLC.